Hey, what's up, Logos Personal Finance students? It is Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. Happy Bastille Day for all of my French friends out there. And it is day 74 overall of our e-learning experience. We are counting down the days till the last day of the term, last day of this week. Thursday is the last day. We have just a couple more days to go. Let's keep it going strong. Let's not give up at this point. Finish line's right there. We can see it. So let's take a look at our Blackbaud page. A reminder about the Zoom meeting. You see the note there in red. We are having our last Zoom meeting of the term on the last day of the term on Thursday at 10 a.m. So make sure you're there. And then we have the link for the Econ Lowdown. So if we go to the link for the Econ Lowdown, let's take a look at this. We see this note, I mentioned this yesterday, up at the top in that orange band. Tomorrow, Econ Lowdown will not be available from 8 a.m. till noon. That means that today is the last assignment that will be assigned on Econ Lowdown, right? So we're going to take a look at the assignment for today, and then tomorrow I won't be adding a new assignment to Econ Lowdown because it'll be shut down. Tomorrow will be a makeup day for any assignments on Econ Lowdown that you have not yet completed. And of course, you'll have to wait until after 12 noon to work on them. And then Thursday, we got the Zoom meeting. So today, we're going to be going over the last assignment on Econ Lowdown of the term. So let's take a look at this. Go ahead and click Submit. Get myself in to Personal Finance Term 6. They're apologizing for the inconvenience. And if you see the orange band pop up that asks you to take a 5-minute survey, do it. Let them know what you think. Like I said yesterday, they're very responsive. They will make changes and improvements to the site regularly based on feedback they get from users. So if we scroll all the way down, as I mentioned yesterday, we want to make sure that we're keeping caught up. And tomorrow, if you haven't caught up, tomorrow will be the last day to get caught up. Work on anything as you're scrolling down here that has a status of not yet submitted, anything like that, not yet attempted. I'm looking pretty good on my progress. I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking here, great, status graded, graded and reviewed. You know, you might have a video Q&A like these ones that say status unviewed. That just means I didn't watch the whole video. But remember, you don't have to watch the whole video. You can skip ahead and take the quiz. As long as you got a grade for the Q&A, you're good. Something like this. As long as you got a grade for the pre-test that you're happy with, it's okay if you haven't completed the post-test. You don't have to. All right. And then yesterday was the FICO credit score video Q&A. And we watched about the first half of that 5-minute video. And I think all the questions on the quiz, even though it was 10-pointer, turned out to be pretty easy, I think. I think I gave you guys a good hint looking at that chart on the video. That answers like half the questions right there, that one chart. And so I'm glad we reviewed that. Looking at the quiz, it looked like all the questions except for one were answered in the part that we watched. The one that came up that wasn't answered was about the law that allows every American the opportunity to download and view their annual credit report or their credit report once a year. And really, there's 3 different credit reporting companies that produce credit reports, and so you can get 3 credit reports a year. You get one from each company a year, and you can do it anytime. You just got to wait a year before you get your next one. And the website for that, I put a link on here. It's called annualcreditreport.com, so it's really easy to remember. Now, you'll hear funny little jingles on commercials on TV for freecreditreport.com. That's not free. You have to pay to sign up. The only place to get your free credit report is at annualcreditreport.com. That's a federal law that requires these companies to provide this to every American consumer, again, once a year. And as it says, annualcreditreport.com, the only source for your free credit reports authorized by federal law. You can get all kinds of information about credit reports and information about COVID, apparently. But no, it's really easy to do. You go to this site and then you just click on the link to request your credit reports. And like I said, there's 3 companies, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Each one of them They do a slightly different calculation, and so it's good to look at your credit report from each of them because there's going to be slightly different information in each. And when you go to apply for a loan, remember, this is why credit scores are so important. When you go to apply for a loan or a credit card or anything like that, the people that you're applying for the loan with or the credit card, they will look at one usually of these three, not all three. And so it's good to look at all, get your copy of all three because you might have your Equifax credit report and the credit card company is using TransUnion. And there's something in the TransUnion report that you weren't expecting. So make sure you look at all three. Now, question is, do you look at all three at the same time? Or do you spread them out over the year? Because this credit report's constantly changing, constantly updating. Why do you need to review your credit report annually? To make sure there's no mistakes in there. Because sometimes there's mistakes, sometimes there's fraud, right? We all know about identity theft. A good way that financial experts recommend to protect yourself against identity theft and credit fraud is to be checking this report regularly, right? If you check your reports regularly and you see something in there that doesn't make any sense, there's a credit card in your name that you never opened, that's a good sign of fraud. So, annualcreditreport.com, check it out. Now, again, having credit cards and using credit cards, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, like I mentioned yesterday, it's a good way to build up your credit history, which accounts for 15% of your credit score. When you turn 18, right, you have no credit, you go to, get a car loan or a home loan, a mortgage loan, you're going to have a hard time getting that loan because your credit score is not going to be anything because you don't have a credit history. So how do you start building a credit history? The easiest way to start building a credit history is to, when you turn 18, get a credit card. Get a credit card. You'll get approved for something. Maybe not a very big line of credit, but something. Maybe a couple $1,000s. But then pay it off on time. Use that credit card responsibly, right? And if you do that, you're building your credit history. Now, the video we're going to look at today is about how people can easily fall into the trap of not using their credit card responsibly and getting themselves into a big hole of debt, a lot of trouble, and end up paying a lot more for things than they expected to. So let's take a look at this video. It's called The Amazing $2,000 Pizza. It's a video Q&A just like the one yesterday. It's a little shorter video, only 3 minutes long. And I think there's only 5 questions on the quiz. But let's take a look at a little bit of this video. The Amazing $2,000 Pizza. That looks good.
Great pizza. Is it worth $2,000?
Who said that?
I didn't say anything.
I did. Who are you? I'm the credit card you just used to pay for that $2,000 pizza. What are you talking about?
I love talking credit cards.
Yes, if you paid it off within the grace period. But you only pay the minimum due. And you've almost maxed out your $500 credit limit, mostly on pizza and other impulse purchases. So, if you just keep paying the minimum, it will take you 267 months to pay me off.
It's a long time.
And all those little charges will wind up costing you
like what, 25 years or something?
Based on an 18.9 annual percentage rate.
Oh my God.
We better enjoy this pizza. You'll be paying for it for 22 years.
I wouldn't talk if I were you.
Who's that?
Uh-oh. That's my credit card.
That's right. And you owe about $3,000 on me.
That's not
I mean, why is a credit card standing all over a pizza?
No,
Okay.
except you only make the minimum payments.
Let's take a look at this quiz.
That means you...
So what's the point, right? The point is credit card company is going to tell you take as much time as you want to pay off this. Okay, there's nothing wrong with going out and paying for your pizza with your credit card. You could do that every night, right? For a month, right? And rack up $200 worth of pizza charges on your credit card bill, and that's fine. The credit card bill is going to come, and they're going to say, you need to pay us a minimum of $10 on this $200 worth of pizza that you owe us. Don't pay them $10. Pay them the whole amount, right? That's the point. If you don't pay them the whole amount, you get charged interest on whatever you don't pay. But they're going to keep that minimum payment really low because they want you to take a long time to pay it back, because the longer it takes to pay back, the more interest you pay. So let's take a look at this quiz. Question number 1. True or false, credit cards can be a powerful tool if used appropriately? Absolutely, that is true. Alright. Number 2. Well, let's get this one. Yeah, next question. Number 2. To properly manage credit, be sure to A, pay bills on time, B, keep high balances on credit cards, C, move debt around from one account to the next, D, open separate credit card accounts. Only the first one, right? All right, and we'll do one more. True or false, using credit cards responsibly can help a consumer establish a good credit rating. That's true. It's that easy, right? One credit card, not 5, and pay that credit card off every month, and you're going to start building your credit. And it's a good, convenient tool, right? Again, it's a lot safer than carrying cash. Convenience, it's accepted everywhere. There's nothing wrong with credit cards if used responsibly. In fact, they can be a very powerful tool, as the video mentioned. So go ahead and finish the quiz, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk about getting caught up and preparing for that final Zoom meeting of the week on Thursday. Have a good day. Peace.